Dude, I truly think that you have to be retarded in the modern day. You have to willingly submit to being retardedly confident, to being delusional. I think the great downfall of a lot of men is that they don't allow themselves to be delusional. Can't see me, boy. Like, dude, you have to truly, truly think that at this point in your life, you could be the president of the United States. Or you could think your wildest, just imagine. Like, I tell my girl this sometimes. I said, baby, I'm gonna run for mayor one day. And I strongly suspect that she thinks that I actually can be the mayor. I don't know the first thing about being the mayor. I think I could be the president of the United States. Seriously, I truly believe that. I don't know the first thing, but I would hit the books. I would grease elbows with the right people. I would get in. I would find a way. If that's what I truly decide to focus my mind on, I am convinced that I could do that. The great downfall of the individual, of the NPC, is that he does not allow himself to be delusional. And the easiest way to play it safe in this life, to avoid any embarrassment, is to be sort of someone that criticizes. Is that our bus? Missed it again. It is to be someone that joins the herd, because the herd's safe. Your voice gets drowned out. It simply sucks the energy to propel its momentum, to gain momentum. But here's an example. Like, I was on YouTube and I saw Liver King. I saw that little Netflix documentary they did about him, and I had heard about Liver King. I always never really liked the guy. He seemed, kind of crazy, but I got what he was doing. And then he came out. Okay, he lied about steroids. Okay, if you read the comments, like, people are like, Netflix, how could you give this guy a platform? How could you put him on again? This is just going to get him more clout. These guys are not going to make it. I mean, these guys are, if you, like, the whole CoffeeZilla, people love this, where they go into, like, different people that have done scams, or they've done things, crypto, and then you just see the little fucking mole rats in the comments. Just eating it up, criticizing. Dude, I don't think I've ever left a YouTube comment that was, like, on something of this nature. And I'll tell you why. It does something to you. I watched a bit of this Liver King thing on Netflix, and I was just looking at him like, dude, this guy, he had something. He had something there. But he could have been righteous about it. He went off. He got greedy. He propped up this image just for money. So he wasn't righteous, and that was his great downfall. And there's something to be learned when you just observe without criticizing, without getting gung-ho. Because what criticizing does, and what getting riled up does, is it makes you feel like you can't. Like, there's always this motherly eye sort of watching you. You need to get to a point where you are retarded in your confidence. And I mean this in sincerity. Whenever I go into, like, just out, dude, I think that I can get any girl that I want. That any girl will just like me. It is what it is. And I know that's not true. I know that's not true. But inside, I have this, like, I just feel like if I actually went up to talk to her, I could talk to her. I would talk to her. I could make it happen. I could get the number. Shit, we could go on a date right now. We would hang out for the rest of anything. I could make it happen. And if you want to be, like, capable of doing anything, there has to be this aspect of, well, I can do this shit. Like, I don't understand what the lack is these days. So many guys feel like they can't do stuff. One of the main ways you see this is the questions. If you like, I really don't ask questions that much of how do I do this? Why would I do this? Who is doing this? What's the data? Fuck it, I'll figure that out. Let me just experiment. That's why I'm so big on self-experimentation. Like, I know that the answers will come to me if I just step up and try this thing. Like, I'm gonna figure it out. You ask more questions as a way to cleverly procrastinate into not doing anything. If you really like, if something piques your interest and you have some intuition, yeah, I'm gonna go freaking do this. Like, dude, it's all game. It's all fair game. Like, it's all potential, you know, for you to play with. There's just so many people I know that are neutered in a sense. They don't have this. It's so much easier for you to like join the herd and blend in with the herd than really have your voice heard, which is thumos, to be seen. You stay invisible when you care about what's going on all outside the world. Dude, look at this shit. No one's here. You think I'm worried about Gaza? You think I'm worried about Ukraine? You think I'm worried about Russia? I ain't worried about none of that shit, man. It's like, what I might have to deal with the consequences of that, but that's not my struggle. My struggle is here. And people want to act like they actually are doing something. Man, what? Do you even know your neighbor's name? Do you even like care to help out and be the cool dude in your family and like have a jovial sort of chipper spirit? You know, do you bring that laughter to other people? Or over here worrying about all this bullshit and nonsense? So, yeah, no wonder you feel you lack power and you're not capable, because you can't even impact the world around you. You're too worried about the bigger, you know, the bigger saving the planet. Dude, the planet's gonna be just fine. Like, your life, what is life gonna destroy life? It's sick. So the internet gave us a lens, right? It put a hex on you. It put a curse where you're cursed now to view the actions of other people. And you have a choice. You can judge everyone, or you can observe, right? You can observe. But so many guys are weak in body and spirit, where they don't observe without judgment and getting really riled up. It's really like the most happiest among us. Retard maxing. You ever see him mad? Can't see me, boy. You know, you ever see them mad? You ever, like, really though, like, you know, oh, look, a bird, oh, look, a bee. You know, in a steady childlike state. The world is your oyster. I remember when I was a kid, dude, I thought I could do anything. I thought I was going to be the next Tony Hawk. I had a skateboard, and I would go to the skate park at Tampa, and I would drop in, and my mom bought me these Skechers with these little prongs on the side. They were not skateboard shoes, and I got ripped on. You could just see them snickering. I was like, I don't give a fuck, dude. I'm going to drop in on these Skechers. I'm shredding. I pop, shove it, easy. I'm going to be the best. Bob Berquist, Tony Hawk, Kareem Campbell. I'm going to be better than these guys. And then I gave up skateboarding because I lost interest. Something else wanted to do. Any sport I played, anything. Just delusional. I thought I was going to be a pro paintball player. Really, I was on a little team. We played one tournament. I got absolute clapped. I'm sitting back there, freaking shooting paintballs. A box of 2,000 paintballs, like $50. I'm like, this is expensive as hell. We got dead last in this tournament. On to the next. Maybe I'll try something else. Same thing with jiu-jitsu. Started jiu-jitsu. 3 months in, I sign up for the tournament. F it, I'm going to do it. Delusion max. Is that not a core principle? Delusion max. Holy smokes. So instead of judging, instead of just thinking, oh, this, dude, I observe anything I could do. Anything. Anything can be done. So many guys shoot themselves in the foot because they don't have this, like, would you say would you say, like I'm asking you, would you say that it probably starts from a young age? Can you learn it? Do you think you can learn this? I think so. Because I know a lot of people, you can tell if someone's athletic. I think athleticism has a big thing to do with this belief. Because competition, when you compete, as I've been saying for years now, you gotta be competitive, dude. As a man, it's literally what keeps us from being depressed, is competition. Okay? So if you're competing, it doesn't matter what it is. If you have that, you feel like you are a force. You feel like you can win, right? Because that's why you compete, to win. So if you're not in the competition, how can you possibly win? You're just meandering. The pool's growing stagnant, man. It's like, okay, yeah, and when that happens, the biggest thing people do is they start criticizing. They start criticizing. It's easy, right? They're like Jonah. They go hide in the belly of a whale. It's way easier to run and hide and to just criticize and say, oh, this guy fucked up. It's so easy. You point out everyone else's wrongs. As soon as you start doing that, you've lost the plot of your life. I'm telling you, you lost the plot of your life. That's why I always like fantasy books. You read the plot of a hero. You observe the actions of a hero overcoming trials and tribulations, and you pull from this. You have a well of strength that you see the avatar in that hero. You see it in yourself. These righteous actions, this fight against good and evil. Okay, but now everyone wants to take the hero down. Now the heroes are weak and perverted and bisexual and, freaking sucking each other off in the alleyway. It's like no heroes. But so you got to keep your mind. You got to keep your. I find this. I'm a '90s kid, so I find it very easy. Man, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the freaking Power Rangers. There was this. Growing up in the '90s was like, being a man was freaking awesome. It was freaking awesome. You want to come to my school and battle me in Pokemon, dude? Let's go. I have my DS right here. But before that, we had cards. And I'm going to collect the best cards, and I'm going to scrounge and get the best booster packs. I'm going to put together the ultimate strategy. And I'm going to murk you. Okay? Yu-Gi-Oh comes across, just freaking this. It's time to duel. And you're collecting the best cards. You're formulating a plan. You're like, okay, I could get the pieces of Exodia. Never got them. But I could get them. You see what I'm saying? Like, there was this inner freaking, there was this testing of the limits. There was this pushing. And that's gotten lost. Big time, that's gotten lost. You see it with the younger generation. I've heard that the Zoomers don't like to get drunk. They don't like to get drunk because why? They're afraid they're going to get embarrassed. My friends are going to see me and they're going to put it on camera. Fuck it, dude. Look, if you didn't hurt no one, you didn't kill nobody, maybe you said a dumb remark. Fuck it. Who cares? Like, what's the risk? Embarrassment? Really, dude? It's like, who cares? You might have the best night of your life. Having a little bit to drink, playing, you got to be safe. You're not stupid. You use your common sense. But this hyper self-awareness is a plague. It is a sickness and it's just getting further. It's just getting further and further. You see it, people outsourcing their own thoughts to Grok. Hey, Grok. Hey, Grok. Is this true, Grok? You see, ChatGPT, fuck all that, dude. This super hyper awareness. Everyone else has all of the answers. Everyone else can tell me what I need to do, can tell me the data. They can lead me in the right way. Why would you need to be led? You're not a freaking dog. You're not a sheep. You got to start seeing yourself differently, man. I'm telling you, the biggest reason guys have trouble with women is because they have not convinced, their girl does not feel that their man could be the governor. Seriously, I'm telling you, my girl really thinks that I could be the governor. Now, when she stops thinking that, then I'm in trouble, right? But she actually thinks that I could be the governor. because I think that I can. And I just see too many times where guys are like, they lose that. They get a girl, and instead of taking the lessons that a woman will give you, like a woman's like a grindstone. You know, a man is like a sword. And a woman will grind your gears, and she'll grind up on you, you know? But a lot of guys will lose that sharp edge when they get a girl, where the grindstone just like grinds them to dust, and they stop truly thinking that like they could do anything. It gets sick. They let their girl tell them what to do. They're afraid to like be sexual, to really like let that sexuality come out of them, to be a man. Just, you know, oh baby, stop smoking that cigar. That's no good for you. Oh baby, come on, it was just one. Come on, honey, just let me. Honey, you mind if I go with the boy? Dude, you think fucking Alexander the Great's gonna ask his girl to freak it? Can I go with the boys, baby? He's like, he's gonna burst open the door, get on his horse, and just ride and go out with Hephaestion. You know, he's gonna be out there. It doesn't matter. He's not looking for permission. This guy's gonna bend the world over. Boop. Just, you know, he's gonna do whatever he wants. Breaks my heart, man. Breaks my heart. There's this young gentleman here on the YouTube channel. He has been for years, and I've actually, you know, he's been nice. He's been nice. I'm not even gonna say his name right now, and he knows who he is. He'll probably see this video lurking in the shadows. But you know, I went on his YouTube channel, and I would give him supportive comments, just ask him what's going on. This guy pulled a Judas on me, man. This guy, you can look up on Google right now, Reddit. He said Elisha Long is an unhinged YouTuber. He's creating a cult. I think that he wants to be the Yukio Mishima of America. And I'm thinking that he's gonna like kill himself or something. He's like, I could see this happening. And I looked at this guy's avatar and read, I had come across this. And I was like, this way he's speaking sounds very familiar. Very familiar. And also his avatar, you know, people sometimes make their avatar like an expression of themselves, right? I was like, I fucking know who this dude is. He Judas my ass. And I was like, I'm gonna take a gamble. I'm gonna use his first name, because he had his first name. And I called him. I was like, listen, it's going. He was like, my girlfriend doesn't trust this guy. You know, blah blah. He like always talking about his girl. That's how I knew it was actually him. This guy's always referencing his girlfriend. He praises his girlfriend. He's in love with her. And I'm like, dude, why are you letting your girl telling you how to be? Like, why are you need a mama? Your girlfriend's not your mama. So I used his first name, called him out. He's a little shook. He's taken aback. He's like, how does he know my name? He ends up deleting all the comments. So now it's just the Reddit. Elisha Long is an unhinged YouTuber. That's what I'm saying, though. It's like, dude, this guy let his girl, the devil in the ear, Eve whispered to him, you could be better than God, Adam. That's one thing you can't be. You can't be better than God, right? But, hey, everything else is fair play. You can name the animals. You can go frolic around in the garden naked. You can do whatever you want. Just don't eat from that tree. Don't get too much in here. You get too much in here, then you're going to have a price to pay. Then you get pain. Become like a child again. Become delusional. Feel that your life has weight on this earth. Don't eat of the apple. Don't listen to the world. Don't be a criticizer. Don't observe. Observe the tree from a distance. Beautiful tree. But don't eat of its fruits. And they may be tempting. Being intellectual. Look to the scientists. Play by the rules. Think about what they think of you, society, this and that. Dude, are we not given a spirit of invincible power? Can we not do anything? Do we not have the potential to do anything that is in front of us? It says in the Bible, think, my favorite verse, think of the birds in the air and the lilies in the field. Does your Father in heaven not dress them? Does he not feed them? So why then should you worry about what you're going to eat, if you're going to have the clothes, if you're going to have a place to live? Why are you worrying about this stuff? Your Father in heaven loves you. You're going to have all those things, man. Dude, all of the lack in your life comes from too much thinking, too much observing, and trying to think your way and consider, and there's just this you got to return to the intuition, return to a state of power and delusion. Okay, I'm telling you, if you take one thing from this message, just let it be that, man. That you need to give yourself permission to be delusional. The way that you avoid the traps, stop asking so many damn questions, right? Like, I understand, like, I don't know the game of soccer that much. So if I watch soccer with someone that knows a lot about soccer, yeah, how does it work? Why is there no ads? I like to ask a lot of questions, like stuff like this. Well, how long is the halftime? What does this guy do? What position is that? Okay, because I'm interested, I'm curious, I'm trying to get a read. But for everything else that I could test myself, I'm not fucking asking questions. Dude, how do I get the girl's number? Because you know damn well I'm going to go in there and try and fail and see if I can just, hey, can I have your number? Oh, that didn't work. Okay, let me try it. Let me try some way. Hey, I've seen you here multiple times. Let's hang out sometime. Oh, okay. Okay, sounds good, Eli. All right, what's your number? Boom. Okay, should I call her or text? Ooh, what does the red pill say? Fuck the red pill. It doesn't exist. I don't need that knowledge. That's the red apple. That's a red apple. That's the apple of Eden. We got to go back to Eden, man. Return to Eden in the garden before the apple was eaten. Okay? You don't need to know what the thing, dude. Do I call her or text? What did this? Try both. Try the call. Try the text. Doesn't work. On to the next. There's unlimited opportunities while you walk this earth. Okay? How do I do this? Just try it. I get it, dude. You're not qualified. Good. Try anyway. Go. Put it on your resume. Get the job and learn on the fly. Stop planning every little thing, right? Dude, procrastination, it's okay. I saw this thing. It was like, why are you not having what you want in life? And an overwhelming of the answers on this thread was mental health and I procrastinate. Holy shit, man. Your answer lies right there. Your mental health. Allow yourself to be who you are. Retard max, and embrace procrastination, because I guarantee you that if there was a big booty Latina shaking her ass in front of you, you're not going to procrastinate on freaking pulling her panties down. She's like, give it to me. You're not going to procrastinate. We don't procrastinate on stuff we want to do. We procrastinate as a way to avoid doing the shit that we really want, to avoid doing the shit we hate. It's okay to procrastinate. It is okay to procrastinate. I think it's actually wise to procrastinate. You give yourself time to think, to feel. You give yourself time to observe, to see what's important and not. But, I just don't buy it. It's procrastination. I think that might be your gut telling you, hey, you say you got to do this, but if you do this, what else you got to do? Even though it seems right, what else you got to do to keep doing it? Maybe you don't really want to do it, so you're procrastinating because your mind's buying you time. Your soul's buying you a little bit of time. It's like, hey, buddy, something there. You gotta, what we were talking about. Perceive, act, follow your intuition, get back to the childlike state, return to Eden. So that's it, baby. I think that's it. I think that sums it up. I'm telling you, believe, and maybe you get there. Don't, okay, I'm going all over here, but don't get caught up in the world when you have your lot here in life. Okay? Don't criticize too harshly, because all that's doing is giving you an invisibility cloak. It's cloaking you. It really is. It is teaching you fear. You're trying to juggle too many mishaps that someone took. Okay? A good thing in life is just to be righteous. Be a righteous individual. Treat people with kindness. Do right. Treat other people how you want to be treated. Be righteous. But stop juggling like you just make yourself incapable of doing anything grand. Okay? And lastly, get competitive. Even if that competition is going out with your boys or going out alone and just like competing with the other dudes at the bar trying to get this one girl's number. That's competition. But it's easier to say, oh no, I got to wake up at 5 a.m. and work out and take my cold plunge and do nonsense. It's like, that's not competitive. That's not competitive. There's no real life consequences for taking a cold plunge other than you get hypothermia. Like, no one cares that you wake up at 5 a.m. No one cares that you work out. Like, dude, that's not, you need competition. Go test yourself. And a good way to do that is talking to women that other guys want and seeing, that's what it is, presenting yourself and being seen. Okay? But also just be competitive with sports. I don't know if I said this already, but dude, I think in the disc golf, I've been playing for a year. Last year I started. I think I can compete with the damn pros. I know that's not the case. I know that's not the case, but something in me is like, yeah, dude, I could get to that level, That's why sometimes when I've been competing, I've done a bunch of tournaments now, and I'm like, I want to compete at like a higher level. Guys have been playing for years. I want to compete with them, dude. Put me in there, coach. I want it. I just want to. I want to see. I want to see where I'm at. I want to get tested, and there's also a humbleness that comes from seeing your competency, seeing where you're at. I mean, you got to go back to the drawing board. But hey, it just gives you more like joy. It gives you more reps, more like understanding of yourself. You don't beat yourself up. You don't get upset. You get joyful. I don't know. Is it like the shift must occur? So that's it, man. Keep it high, Thumos. Come talk with us in the group, and I'll see you guys soon. Peace.